Chicago, a city well known for some amazing sports moments, great food, bold architecture, and 77 very diverse communities. Within these communities, Chicago has produced some of the most famous, creative, and influential entrepreneurial minds the world has ever seen. In this docu-series, we're going to take you on a journey so you can learn all about the next generation, who they are, and who's up next. Welcome to the Lingo Spotlight.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Manny Da Don, and welcome to the Lingo Spotlight.
Tell me a little bit about Manny Da Don, being from Chicago, what it was like growing up in Chicago.
I mean, to be honest, I like how it was when I was a kid, because there wasn't really too much stuff going on. You know, it's a lot of stuff going on right now. But it was, it was pretty much the same, but it wasn't as much killing. Like, we had to fight it out or whatever the case may be. But like growing up was lit, for real. Like just being around all my brothers, you know. OG, like I feel like my situation at home though, it kind of portrayed to like how I was moving outside of the crib. If that makes sense. Like, and it kind of rocked me, bro. But I didn't let it break me. Bro, so
what was the most trouble you got into growing up?
Hey, it's crazy. I sat down and talked to my mom and my pops about this. I did a lot of bad stuff. My mom used to tear me up. My mom used to tear me up. My grandma used to tear me up. Like, I used to get whooped by the whole house.
So mama didn't play, huh?
She didn't play, bro. But I think I was probably like 3 or 4 at the time. I still remember this. I still remember I got 3 whoopings. I stabbed the pool. They kept trying to throw me in the pool. I'm like, alright.
He said, I'm finna get in Chucky mode. I'm finna stab this little boy.
I go in the crib. I grabbed the scissors. After a little jar, my grandma had a jar on the table. They studied trying to throw me in. Alright. I put the scissors by the door. I still remember this to like it was yesterday. Put the scissors by the door. I go back out there. I'm trying to run it back. See if they gonna play with me again. They come in, feet touch the wall. I get out. Go get the scissors. Everybody running the crib. They tell I'm gonna say Herb, Meek Mills, and Juice WRLD.
Herb, Meek Mill, and Juice WRLD.
Yeah, and that's like 3 different times in my life. Like when I was a shorty, like around like 2010, 2011, like Meek Mills was hot. Like my cousin introduced me to his music. We sitting in his basement. He playing Dream Chasers 1. I'm like, what? Like, and it's like he was speaking everything that I was seeing or like I was going through at the time. Like I always been around music. Like my pops do music. Like my mom and them was in the choir. Like I always used to be at the little quartet programs when I was real young. Like with my pops, so it was like music in my blood. Like it's in my blood. But it's just like my music is really what like pushed me forward. Outside of like everybody who I listen to, it's just the stuff that I put on like my pen or my pad or my notes. Like that's really what pushed me forward to doing it. My cousins, they give me a lot of feedback on my music. Like and I just take that feedback and it drives me. Like my girl, she give me feedback on my music. I be right in the crib, like how they sound. Oh, that's fire. I put it on wax. I send it out. Hey, well, bro, you losing? Hey, yeah. And I mean, but I feel like I drive me to do music. Like, it ain't a sad person. I got my influences, like I stated, but I feel like my music not like nobody else's. It's just that. Herb came around. I probably I was a little bit older, like as far as like when Keith and them hit the scene. Like that whole little wave of music, like it shaped a lot of my friends' lives, a lot of shorties I done grew up with, hooping with, whatever the case may be. Like that way, but Herb, like he stand out to a select few. Like he stand out above everybody. To be honest with you, like going off of the conversation that I have Well, like how I feel like when I listen to like I ain't saying everybody else weak, but like his music just something I'll listen to more. But yeah, just his whole wave like that. Ball Like I'm Kobe. Welcome to Phaso In. Pistol P Project. All of that like kind of shaped me like musically, and cause he's speaking stuff that I see on a daily basis, or the stuff that I'm going through. Whether if it's at the crib or outside the crib on the block or whatever.
You sound like Herb in your top 5, boy.
Yeah, that is. Hey, he is. Hey, bro, Herb up there. A lot of people sleep. And then Juice WRLD, I say 3. Man, that's he a goat. It'll never be another. My career is heading to retirement. Like I'm trying to put my mom and them up. Like I just had a conversation with my mom like New Year's Eve. She like, yeah, I gotta work a double. Like I felt weird. Even just being able to hit that, and I'm like, dang, what I'm gonna do about it? That's how I'm looking at it. But like, not even just my mom, like everybody. I'm trying to sit everybody down. Literally, take the burden off everybody. That's what I feel like my music is gonna do.
Ain't that a lot of pressure?
I mean, what it is, Under Pressure. That's out right now on all streaming platforms.
But no, touch on that though. Like, do you feel like that's a lot of pressure?
Of course. Like, I feel like it's a lot of pressure, but like, you gotta go through it. I mean, what can I do about it besides do something about it? Like, that's my whole mindset. That's what I wake up, go to work. That's my whole mindset throughout the day. When I get off work, that's my whole mindset. What I'm gonna make that's gonna retire everybody? What can I do that can retire everybody? Like, that's my whole focus right now.
I'll rock with it. So what's Under Pressure?
Under Pressure to me, because like it's not a definition for it. It's like, what is it to you? So Under Pressure to me is just like not folding under no circumstances. Can't no pressure make me fold. Can't no amount of pressure make me fold. Your responsibilities, and I'm standing on that.
And that's a collab project you just did, right?
Yeah, Under Pressure is out
Who
right now.
who on that project? Who on that project with you?
Antoine Brewer.
GOAT.
Yeah.
The GOAT.
What's up, big dog?
Yeah, Keith.
Come on, bro.
This your boy Antoine Brewer, and welcome to the Lingo Spotlight. Under Pressure means to me when you basically in a predicament where you uncomfortable. Alright, something or somebody is causing you to be uncomfortable. That's what Under Pressure means to me.
How long did it take y'all to come up with that name?
Actually, the song came before the name. And so I was actually in my car, and a harmony had came to my head. And I was basically thinking about all the money that I spend in the studio, and how I literally end up, sometimes it be taking 5 minutes to write a song when I'm in the studio, but sometimes before even that point, I be thinking like, man, when the clock is ticking, they like, come on, man, you only got like this many minutes left. I'm like, under pressure, like I'm a different type of beast. So
How did this collaboration come about?
so actually,
You and Manny Da Don, how did this collaboration come about?
So actually, I feel like it was a God thing for me though, cause I was actually finna take a hiatus from making music, cause it's hard to like get beats. You know, like really leasing out beats when I don't really know the producer. But I looked at my email one day and I had 5 free beats. I'm like, what? Get up out of here! And then they was doing another promotion saying that you could buy 30 beats for $40. And so when I bought them beats and they was all smack, so I'm like, boy, I hit my boy up. I'm like, boy, I'm finna make 3 albums. They just gave me 30 beats for the low with an unlimited lease. And I'm like, uh-oh, here we go. So I feel like God knew that I needed some beats and he sent them my way and it was up from there.
I feel like it was like magic, come on, bro. Like, even like every session that we had, like, we was able to push out like two to three songs, 2 to 3 clean songs too. Like outside of like getting it mixed and mastered, but I feel like it was magic.
So
Everything I had in my phone matched everything he had in his phone. Literally. Or we built it.
So don't think about it. Favorite song on the project? You're thinking about it, boy.
Love somebody.
Brew, a favorite song on the project. Don't think about it.
Can't Stand the Rain.
Straight.
I ain't got no favorite one yet. I like the whole thing. Brew, how did you know that music was something you wanted to do?
I done loved music my whole entire life. It was just when I picked up a basketball, I kind of like pushed it to the wayside though. But I've been around music for so long in terms of like my grandma, she used to listen to Michael Jackson all the time. And as soon as I seen Michael Jackson, I knew I wanted to be the next Michael Jackson. But when I picked up a basketball, it was a little different. It was a little easier to be embraced by people for the game. So whatever, it is what it is. I just developed a natural love for basketball. But in terms of music, it was always there. It was never a question of like, should I do music or shouldn't I do music? It's like, when and can I do it? So that's what it was for me.
Who influenced you besides Michael Jackson musically growing up?
Lecrae, Chance the Rapper, and NF.
Oh, okay, interesting. I didn't see that coming.
That's a decent three.
I didn't see that coming. But I want both of y'all to answer this question separately, because obviously y'all are individual artists besides this project. What sets you apart from other artists, not just in Chicago, but period? What sets you apart?
I feel like because I'm me. Like, everything, like, you gotta listen to the music, first and foremost. Like, you wouldn't know what set me apart if you don't listen to the music. Like, I feel like my music set me apart from everybody. That's it. Yeah. My music. And that's my honest opinion. Like, I'm not
So what about your music that sets you apart?
like the realness of it.
Okay.
Like, there's no cap.
Gotcha.
Everything that I rap about, like, happened to me. Like, happened to me or I seen, period. Like,
That's fair. Because we got a lot of seeing where the trajectory of hip-hop is and rap is today. We got a lot of cap in the raps. You feel me? So what about you, bro?
What set me apart is that you can't pinpoint my music and say I sound like anybody. Like, my creative techniques in terms of how I write music, I could do it either way. I could listen to a beat and then come up with something, but most of my stuff comes organically. Like, I literally come up with a song or a cadence or a harmony before I even get to a beat. And then I pick a topic and then I go and address that. Or sometimes a beat will come on and I can just feel it, then I attack the beat. So, like, I don't really sound like nobody. And everything that I say is 100% authentic. And it's personal for me. And I don't have no strings attached. I really don't care if people like me or not. Right? I don't care about that. Like, I'm going to write what's real. And so that's one of the staples that I stand on. Like, if it ain't real, I ain't really trying to write it.
If you could do a song with anybody, dead or alive, one person, who would it be? Manny and Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD.
Dead or alive, bro, who would it be?
If I could do a song with anybody, dead or alive,
Dead or alive, who would it be?
I would say Michael Jackson, but I'm gonna say Lecrae. I want to do a song with Lecrae.
Okay. Bro, how do you see your sound evolving in the next few years?
For me personally, I just feel like the more that I do it, like, I get a different feel for it, and it'll come naturally.
Do you consider yourself a Christian rapper?
Nah, I don't even consider myself a rapper. I consider myself more of an artist, because I sing and I rap at the same time. But so I'm not really no rapper. I'm not trying to be a rapper either. I feel more like an artist. Like I feel like when God want me to say something, I say it, and I'll say it unapologetically.
Mm. So you think it's easy for people to label you a Christian rapper because you talk about God in some of your raps?
They ain't called Kanye no Christian rapper. He said Jesus walked. God showed me the way before the devil tried to take me down.
That was great.
That was cool.
That was great. That was great. I did that.
Was cool.
That was great.
Okay.
Manny, how do you see your sound evolving in the next few years?
I'm getting to the stage like where I don't gotta write no more, so like I feel like it's already like evolving. Like I feel like I'm becoming more polished.
Mm.
Like again, I feel like that's gonna like push me forward too. Like being able to not waste time in the studio, like, cause I did that a lot. Like I spent a lot of money. Well, I'm only coming out of the studio with 2 songs, 1 song, like 1 song, 2 songs at the most.
Mm.
And I feel like just me being able to, I find a beat, I get a melody in my head, or how I wanna approach the beat. Go to the studio, and I'm gonna just speak off of my mind. Like, and I feel like it's working out for me too, though. Like the 2 songs I just recently done, like that was basically freestyles.
Mm.
Like I wrote the first verse, and then I challenged myself to like finish the song just strictly off. And I like what I said more than what I wrote. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
When y'all performing in front of people, what kind of feeling comes over y'all?
For me, I be thirsty, man.
Like you need some water, or you just be thirsty?
No, I be thirsty, like in terms of eager, excited, because for me, what music has done for me personally, like with artists who literally put their best foot forward and didn't shortchange it, no matter who was in the audience. When it comes, like, I done been to a number of different like underground rap performances, and everybody that I've seen, they done toe it up every rip because they taking it personal, right? And so for me, when I get an opportunity to perform in front of people, I be trying to get them everything that I got, everything that I had coming from me. I was trying to give it to them. So, like, I shine the brightest when I'm on stage, in my opinion, because, yeah, I feel like I just be built for the moment in terms of me.
What about you, Manny?
I feel like I get like this calmness. Like I used to get jitters like when I first started doing it, cause like then again like you never know how the world gonna
It's natural.
receive you.
Yeah.
But like after the first or second show, I'm like fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
I be like I feel like I'm at peace, and I feel comfortable. Like I ain't no worries. I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing, so I ain't no worries.
And it'd be crazy though, cause for me, right, I know that I'm on miss, and it's not because of me. Like I ain't saying that because of what I'm doing, but like when God puts something on my heart and it's time for me to deliver, like I don't miss. So when I'm going out there and I'm performing, I perform with a certain sense of confidence. Like, and I'm not doing it for everybody in the audience. Like I'm doing it because I know the work that I put into it. And you never know. Maybe 1 or 2 people in that audience, you might change their life with a bar or 2. So ain't no way I'm finna go out here and play games with nobody. Like I'm finna, boy, no way. I be charged.
2 more questions for y'all. If you could perform anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
I want to say Rolling Loud.
Why?
Man, just the crowd, like that. I feel like that's like some of the greatest energy you can receive from a Rolling Loud crowd. Like as far as like being an artist, making music. Like if you can rock the Rolling Loud crowd, cause they tough. Like they've been tough on a couple of different artists. But if you can rock the Rolling Loud crowd, you up there.
Made it, huh?
You got some good music.
Bro.
For me, it'll probably be the United Center, simply because it's my city, and a lot of the music that I make is to try and uplift the people in my city. So if I can go there and have a lot of people in my city right there listening to me, everything that I'm writing is personal. So everybody can relate to what I'm talking about, because mostly everybody, neighbors or whatever the case may be, done experience what I'm talking about. And on top of that, what I've experienced through everything that I've come up around, I mean, that'd be crazy, boy. People would be there crying, all type of stuff, boy.
So that's a good segue. That's a good segue. I rock with that. That's a good segue. So from both of y'all point of views, why should anybody go listen to Under Pressure? Whoever want to go first, go ahead.
I feel like it's the best shit. It's the best shit out there to put in your ears.
Is it 23 cocaine, huh?
It's that crack.
Like the 80s.
Hmm.
No, but for real, on a serious note, like I told you, like this album was magic, and like it's perfect. It's perfect. We don't got no bad song. You can play it straight through.
I agree. I listen to that joint. I listen to that joint all the way through. I agree.
For me, because everybody experiences some type of pressure, and like every song is talking about different aspects of pressure that people deal with, and we talk about our triumph over those different situations. Like Can't Stand the Rain. Like even in the hook, it say, so many times I look death in the eyes. Right. You can't even have the pain from that, right? So many times I look death in the eye. Like, what did you do when you was under pressure that time? Or, you can't stand the rain. Like, how many times it's been raining outside and it done messed up your whole mood, and you just look up to the sky like, sun come down, shine on me. Like, and then going to, like, the verse, like, man, my verse is talking more about from the perspective of me being willing to help people when I ain't have nothing. Right? And that's still not being enough for people. Right? What do you do in those type of situations when you trying to be a light in a dark place, but it just ain't working out for you, but you still giving, right? Your cup is almost empty and you steady giving. That's what my verse is about. Or in cautious, you moving cautious. Like in our neighborhood, you gotta move cautious. Like being a black man, you gotta move cautious. What is you doing about that? Being a black man who raps without cursing in his bars, like how cautious do I have to be? The fact that I'm a Christian, right? Man, everything on there is crazy. Under Pressure, like the essence of the whole album. Talking about my verse, I was saying being numb to the pressure. Like it's so much stuff that I experienced throughout my life that put me under pressure. And now that I'm older, I'm numb to it. In a way where like I had to develop survival skills. And now that I'm in a position to be able to live, I get the best of both worlds because I know how to survive and I'm in a different position. But no matter where you at, it's different pressures coming from every angle. But what you gonna do about it though? That's like, so throughout the song, like he's walking y'all through how, he's walking the listeners through what pressure is and how to maneuver through it. So if you're looking for something that's gonna uplift you, challenge you, chastise you, get you excited, that's what you listen to. Like I think one of the coldest songs on the album is Eulogy, right? Cause man, it's crazy.
Don't give us too much. Don't give us. Where can people go listen? Tell the people where to go.
Wherever you want to.
All streaming platforms, literally Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube,
Amazon.
You can go buy on
Tidal.
iTunes. You can go buy on iTunes.
Pandora, whatever you listen to your music on, you can go and listen to it. So
I want to change my favorite song too. It's definitely Under Pressure. Yeah, it's Under Pressure.
Pressure.
God showed me the way I was. miles away, pressed it down bad. Mama told me that the sun gon' shine, make sure you grounded. Gotta stand on business, devil lurking when I sin. Praying God don't leave me alone, keep me lifted from within. Under pressure, am I supposed to be great? Should I put my gifts aside if they leading me the wrong way? I pray for guidance, I be wildin', it's a battle with flesh. I be smiling, but inside